The Mystara project is proud to present Part 18 of the Black Coast campaign. In this video, the party continues its trek through the Endworld Spine mountains, supposedly toward Jarl's treasure. On the first of Earthmoon, the party spots a group of large humanoids about 20 yards away, which Brune recognizes as Neanderthals. The Neanderthals keep their distance, moving silently across the slopes like pale ghosts. Their leaders, towering and wary, signal no hostility before vanishing into the crags. 3 days later, on the 4th of Earthmoon, the party spots a group of 9-foot-tall humanoids about 190 yards away. The humanoids don't seem to have spotted them. The party manages to hide off the trail, and the humanoids pass with jingling sacks that almost tempt Brune to emerge from hiding. Whilst the party were resting on the 6th of Earthmoon, 10 small dogmen suddenly appeared about 40 yards from the camp. Both parties were surprised. The dogmen began to snarl. Brune spoke to them in their tongue, and they stopped snarling. After a few tense moments, they decided to leave. Brune explained to the others that they were kobolds, and he said to them they would not survive a daylight fight against the party. That night, as the PCs are eating their evening meal, an elf approaches them.
You are in the lands of the Wood Elves. You have no right to be here. You must go back the way you came or face hundreds of my kin in battle.
Ha, well also more pointy ears for my collection.
When Brune reaches for his war hammer, the elf flees. The next night in the early hours of the 8th of Earthmoon, Brune and Bagol hear cackling laughter. Brune leaves the light of the campfire and spots a group of tall red humanoid shapes in the dark about 80 yards away. He rushes back to wake the others. During the day, the PCs are surprised to hear a rattling sound, then look up to see a giant snake ready to strike at them. They slowly back away from the creature and continue on. Later that night, during the first watch, Triac and Saudara hear noises in the distance, but nothing approaches the camp. At dawn on the 11th of Earth Moon, during Lamunda's watch, she spots 8 winged birdlions 130 yards overhead. The creatures squawk. Lamunda quickly wakes everyone up and they rush to take cover. The creatures make a few swoops, but fail to grab anyone. They fly onward, looking for easier prey. The next day, a red-striped skunk suddenly appears on the party's flank and lets out a 5-foot-wide 15-foot-long spray on the rear rank, hitting Brune and Timon. They both start vomiting for over 2 minutes. Jarl throws a rock at the skunk and it scurries away. The next day, a red-striped bird drops fruit on the party. Jarl throws rocks at it, until it flies away. The 13th of Earth Moon marks 3 weeks since they left Breaker's Reach. Lamunda asks Jarl if they are close to the mountain giant's castle. Jarl replies, maybe I remembered wrong. Maybe it was farther. Or maybe the storms changed the land. I don't know anymore. But, let's just keep adventuring. As the party rests, an ape with a red stripe throws tree limbs down at the PCs. Jarl throws rocks at the ape until it leaves. On the 16th of Earth Moon, the party meets a novice druid called Nif, who asks if he can join the party. Brune doesn't want to split the treasure up further, Triac objects to the worship of nature, and Ambil is suspicious after the elves' fiasco on the grasslands. But the others have no objection, so Nif joins them. As they continue on, Nif halts them, and warns that his druidic senses have detected killer bees nearby. The PCs search their surroundings for about an hour, before satisfying themselves that there is no sign of any bees. The next day, Nif again halts the party, claiming to sense giant rats all around them. Again the PCs search the area to no avail. Ambil's suspicion grows. The next night, the PCs are awakened by Nif, saying that he heard the flapping and roaring of dragons. Again, there are apparently no dragons to be heard or seen. On the 20th of Earth Moon, Brune doesn't wake up, and can't be stirred by anyone. Bagol examines Brune using his healing skill, and concludes that Brune was drugged. Ambil finds some berries among Brune's unfinished meal, the type that a druid would collect. When Ambil confronts Nif about the berries, he flees. Later that day, the party rounds a bend in the trail and comes face to face with some wild men, who are also surprised to see the party. After an initial hesitation, the wild men yell out a war cry and then attack. Jarl rejoices and describes how he overcame the foe, slaying left and right in an epic battle. This ends Part 18 of the Black Coast campaign. In Part 19, the party will continue their journey through the Endworld Spine Mountains, destined for the Mountain Giant's castle.